Taylor Mason. Thank you very much. Hey, it's nice. I gotta tell you a little bit about myself. I'm from Sharon, Pennsylvania. I used to be a professional boxer. I used to box, and I grew up in a large family. I got 4 brothers and 3 sisters, and we actually ran out of names. We actually named the last kid after my father. We call him Dad. When I was in a movie called Night Patrol with Linda Blair and the Unknown Comic. Anyone see this film? Horrible film. To give you an idea how bad this film was, I went and seen it at the theater the first day it came out. By the time I got home, it was on cable. He was talking about Jesse Jackson running for president. I was going to wonder if Jesse Jackson makes it. Who's going to be first lady? Michael Jackson? Mike Dukakis. You think about that. Dukakis. It sounds like you stepped in something. I stepped in Dukakis. Paul Simon. Who's going to vote with a guy with a bow tie? You know this guy got beat up in high school. You know he had his lunch money taken off him. How could you take a guy serious with a bow tie? He's talking about nuclear disarmament. You want to grab the bow tie and go, maybe I don't want to do that. So, folks, I'm not the sacrifice man up here, okay? Let it up. Well, we had a little special guest here now, and I used to box, so I can't pronounce names that good. But this lady happens to be from Japan, and she's not on our little thing here because we had a little special guest. She come up to about 5 minutes. She has been on the Late Show with Joan Rivers feature. She's real hot this year, and I think you're going to enjoy her. Name's Tamayo Osuki, ladies and gentlemen. Come on, let's bring her up here. Tamayo Osuki. Let me see that. Tamayo Osuki. How'd you get that? Good. There you go.
Thank you very much. I am excited to be here. And my name is Tamayo Otsuki, and every Japanese name have a meaning to it. So Tamayo means pearl. Otsuki means harbor. I'm so happy to be here. Oh, thank you very much. Thank you. I know some of you people are not used to Japanese comedians. Some of you people are, I know, but please relax. I'm not going to take your pictures. So do you know some Japanese people? You've seen one? Yeah? Did you realize they are getting taller now? Taller. Did you realize? This is making sure. Yeah, we are getting taller now because we have been eating lots of meat. Oh yes, we are buying meat. And you American people eating lots of sushi. You're getting shorter now. But that's very good though, that's very good. So one day we can play basketball together. Right, brother? I like talk like black people. I do, so I feel like I have big butt. There's more black people there. Well, really, I mean, you know, you American people have big breasts and a big butt. That's very nice. We Japanese don't have anything. It's not funny. Really, it's not fair. I think we Japanese women inherit our breast from father. I'm really excited. Since I noticed there are 2 black gentlemen sitting down here, I have to say on behalf of every Japanese, thank you very much for buying all those big radios. we really appreciate it. Because Japanese men make those big radios, but they can't carry it. So I have been in this country for 6 years now. And, I'm getting Americanized. Can you tell? I'm very happy being Americanized. I feel hip. But I do have a problem. Lately, Japanese men's face look alike to me. That's scary. Wherever I go, I run into my father. So another gentleman before me was talking about Japan, and yes, true, Japan make lots of things. Did you realize that? Yeah, we do. Some of you people are pissed off about it. Excuse my Japanese. But one thing, Japanese men have no better. They don't know any better. They only think about working. They are bored. They think they were born to make small car and the cheap VCR. But Japan is not rich. Most people are very poor in Japan. But only a few people make lots of money. Like Mr. Toyota, Mr. Mitsubishi, Mr. Honda, Mr. Nissan, Mr. Suzuki, Mr. Yamaha, Mr. Toshiba, Mr. Sony, Mr. Casio. Yeah. They're really rich. They are really rich. They have Jewish gardeners. I'm sorry. But sometimes you American people make fun of Japanese men. I know you do. Yes, you do. You say things like, you do that, don't you? Please don't do that. It's really confusing. Sometimes you make sense. After living here 6 years, I realized one thing. Japanese men are no different from American men. They're all horny. They're very horny. They're frustrated. So they all read the Japanese Playboy magazine. But we don't have naked Japanese women in the centerfold. We have big Toyota pickup. And they all go, oh, Toyota! Oh! You have been wonderful. Thank you very much.
Let's hear it. Wasn't that nice? Little fresher up for you, huh? Little throw it in there for you. I'm scared when she does this. If I do this at the same time, we're like going to hit each other's head or something. But that was great. I'm going to keep the show moving. I just want to say, you like my shirt? I just got this. Went shopping at Marshall's today. Ever go to Marshall's? They got damaged clothes. You go in there, the mannequin got one eye, got one arm, looks like this. This is great. Now, I just wonder, remember when you were younger, my dad used to say, if you don't shut up, we're going to, tape your mouth. I wonder what happens, do they tape your hands or something? What happens? I tape your hands? Can you move? Let's see you do it now. Let me just bring up this next gentleman. This gentleman has been working all over the country, very funny man, heard a lot of good things about him. He also opens for Crosby, Stills, Nash, not young, because I don't know why, but he might join the group later. Let's hear it for John Ferrantino, ladies and gentlemen.
A round of applause for MC Bob. Bob, wasn't he lifelike? So how you doing? Great, great. My name is John Ferrantino. I was originally born in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. For those of you that don't know where Fort Lauderdale is, Fort Lauderdale is right about over there. When I walk around the streets of New York City, people don't recognize me. So I've been turned down by American Express. It's true. That's why I carry stall. This. Quick impression of Polish mugger. Your money or my life? Take a lot of fun of the Polish people because they don't get the jokes. A lot of magicians come out with a lot of flash, flare, and color. That's the act you wanted, here it is. Thanks. Watch. Ooh. Don't be real impressed. It's nothing you couldn't do for $29.95. Oh, jeez. Yeah, you gotta be real sick to laugh at that. You only knew what this felt like. I guarantee you wouldn't be laughing. Whoa. Jeez. You're really sick to laugh at something like that. Do you like impressions? Good, I don't do any. I do one. I hope you get it. Quick impression from the movie Friday the 13th. Starring Beaver the Cleaver. And before you think this thing in my head is real stupid, think about the possibilities of owning this. Stick it in your head, get in your car, get on the interstate. Drive as fast as you can. When the cop pulls you over, roll down the window and go, God, have I had a lousy day. Got nothing to do, 2 o'clock in the morning, stick it in your head, go hang out in the hospital emergency room. Just watch everybody else walk in. Anybody that looks at you weird, become a New Yorker, go, hey, you got a problem? And then 2 minutes later, the little Indian doctors come out and go, he's got a splitting headache. We need a volunteer. We need a volunteer from the audience. Come on up. Yeah, you gotta come on. Let's have a round of applause for him. Have a seat. You get paid? What's your name? Wendell, how you doing? We're going to show you one of the oldest effects in magic. An effect done with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 rings of solid gold, which I've had chrome plated to protect the gold. What I'd like you to do is take this ring and examine it. Any openings in that ring of any kind? No. Right here. Gotta look for these things. I want you to take this ring and examine it. Are there any openings in that ring? Where? Good. There you go. All right. Giving me 1, 2 more separate rings. You can see that each ring is round. Each ring is totally solid. What I want you to do is just tap your hand up there. Put your hand out like this. What the heck are you doing? All right. Good. All right. I tap my hand across the top. We bring our hands in like this. And you see the rings completely link. Bring my hands together. One more time. Tap. Good. I tap one more time. You see that the rings completely pass through each other. One in each hand. When I count to 3, tap the rings right in the center. Just like this. Count of 3, right? Instructions get more difficult in the bonus rounds, all right? This is real simple. SEALs do this shit, okay? All right, here we go. All right. I just want to see the sign for shit. All right, here we go. Okay, here we go. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Good, looking at these like this. Unfortunately, not doing a thing to yours. You put these together, you take those apart, give you something to play with, and I'll continue. We have here 1, 2, 3, 4 separate rings. Say the hardest thing in magic is to link 3 rings in midair with about a 2-inch clearance. Ooh, what a club! All right, here we go. Thanks. You can see that each ring is round. Each ring is totally solid. Watch as the solid completely passes through the solid. Some people feel this act is totally Mickey Mouse. And people say give the guy a break, he's just a basket case. All the rings double length, triple length, or of course single length. What I want you to do is tap your hand across the top. Good. All right. All right, here we go. One in each hand. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Make them just like that. Bang them hard. Good. All right. Place my hand in the middle. Becomes a swing. Simply turning my wrist, it becomes a reverse swing. Bring my hand up like this, it becomes a flower. Good. All right, you can see that each ring will melt like this back into a chain. Show you how you take them apart. You go like this. Now, ring travels down like this. Off the bottom, can be straight up and linking through the top. I'll do that one more time because I enjoy doing it and you can't. All right. We go now. The ring travels down like this. Off the bottom, straight up, through the top. Proving that each ring is round. Each ring is solid. Each ring passes through each other like that. How'd you do? Good. All right, here we go. You get those part? Gave it a hell of a shot. Living proof why some animals eat their young. Show you how we create the illusion of the oblong ring. You don't have one, thank God. Hold one ring like this in front of the other. Bring your hands up like this. Squeeze tight. Turn out like this. So like this. Good. All right. Just because you couldn't link the rings, there is one way of putting them together. That's with a hacksaw. Hey, hacksaw, cut a hole right through there. You got a hacksaw?
No, I don't.
You didn't even look.
I'm sure.
Okay, we'll use mine. All right, here we go. Right here. Put your hand there. Go like this. not very bright, huh? All right, here we go. Ready? We got 1, 2, 3, ladies and gentlemen. Rings completely linked with the use of a hacksaw. Let's give them a big round of applause. All right. Being a female volunteer. Let me see. Why don't you come up? Yeah, come on up. Let's have a round of applause for her. Have a seat. What's your name?
Cindy.
Cindy. When you were very young, did you often have the fantasy of being in the circus?
No.
Perfect. That's why I called you up. Because tonight we're going to teach you the ancient art of sword swallowing. What you're going to do is you're going to sit here like this, put your head all the way back, the head back. All right. Open your mouth real wide. You're going to ram the sword down your throat. Ready? Relax, I've done this twice. All right? Instead of sticking the sword down your throat this way, I'm going to ram it through your throat this way. We do it with the use of this stock. This is going to be placed around your neck. Sword hitches through the back of the stock, going through your spine, through your neck, through your throat, and hopefully you'll be alive to see it come out the other side. What I'd like you to do is sit up straight, lift your hair up in the back, and prepare to die.
Okay.
Okay, Mr. Magic. Death scene. Take 1. Alright. Lift up your hair. Use your other hand. Nice earrings. Catch fish on those? Alright, here we go. It's got to fit perfectly. The trick doesn't work. Good enough. Alright. This hand here. This hand here. Keep this perfectly level, because that keeps your head from falling off. If you feel anything at all in the back part of your neck, feel free to let me know. On the count of 3, I'm going to take the sword and ram it through the back of your neck. It's going to come ripping out through the front of your neck for the pure enjoyment of everyone else in the room. If you feel it, just let me know. Ready? 1, 2. Cut the bullshit, Norman. Kill her. Sorry, that was my mother. You feel it now? Let me know. Ready? 1, 2. Oh, wait. Let go, man. Okay. It was on backwards. You almost died for the trick. All right. You feel it now? Let me know. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Oh, geez, something's going wrong. All right, now we're going to try it with the sword. It was just to relax you. All right? You feel it now? Let me know. Ready? 1.
Oh, God.
Don't let the beard fool you. 2. 3. No, I'm sorry. Whoa, Jimmy Swaggart's Bible. I forgot to hypnotize you. Good. I forgot to mention that this is a Wilkinson sword. So sharp, it splits a hair. Alright, here we go. You feel it now? Let me know. Ready? 1, 2, 3. How you feel? How's this? Just tell me when to stop. Alright. On the count of 3, you remove the sword. 1, 2, 3. You've been a hell of a sport. Get back to your seat and enjoy the rest of the show. All I want you to do is turn your head and cough. Good. Sword comes out of your neck like that. One hand on the front of your neck, the other hand on the back of your neck. Don't drink any water for about a week. Let's have a big round of applause for Cindy. Want to see something neat? Thanks. Want to see a trick with it? Okay. It's called the
Oliver's been on major television shows all over the country. Very funny man. Let's hear it for Jerry Bednob, ladies and gentlemen. Put your hands together. Jerry Bednob.
Thank you very much. Oh. There goes my dart. I can't stay too long. I have to take over the midnight shift at 7-Eleven. So anybody else here from Bangladesh? Hey. See two nice big black guys sitting up here. That's nice. Big black guys. Are there any small black guys? You always have a big black guy beat up a little old lady. Are there any big old ladies? I think it's time the big old ladies get together and beat the shit out of black midgets. Yes, I can say anything. I'm not afraid of anybody. I might look small, but I just happen to have leukemia. So. A lot of people get a wrong impression of Bangladesh. They think people just die on the streets with disease and sickness and all of that. That's not true. A lot of us are strong enough to walk around and beg. You see, we get the wrong impressions to just of Americans. You know, we read magazines like, you know, by reading like the National Enquirer. Anybody here reads the National Enquirer? Yeah. Just me. Okay. It's always sold out, but nobody reads it. I read the National Enquirer because of the headlines. The headlines are so attractive. Headlines like, Princess dies having Gary Coleman's baby. Woman gives birth to 95-pound child. 95 pounds. They say no doctor was necessary. The child just walked out and went to school. The headlines are so attractive, but the story inside is completely different. Isn't that annoying? Like last week's headline was what? Man kicked his mother to death. So come on, who's going to kick his own mother to death? So I bought it, right? The story inside, boy, it was his grandmother, you know. But you know, I read play. My dad is not here tonight. My dad was coming in here tonight. My dad, he looks just like me, except he has a receding turban. But you know, I read other magazines. I read magazines like, you know, like Playboy magazine. Anybody here reads that? No, just me. Okay. You see, I don't want to talk about Playboy magazine now because my mom now is a very religious person. Yeah, she's a Jehovah's Witness. I was so happy to hear that Michael Jackson was a Jehovah's Witness. So now I don't feel guilty when they come to my door and I say, beat it. You know? But you know, I don't do impressions. A lot of American comedians do great impressions, you know, impressions of politicians and politics. I like to stay away from politics as much as I can. Yeah. Just like yesterday, I was reading where 20,000 Cubans are coming to America again. Yeah, just what we need. Fucking foreigners, you know. Don't get me wrong though, I like politicians. Any Ronald Reagan fan here? Yeah, Ronald Reagan. I like Ronald Reagan. The guy's so funny. He got shot and he's telling jokes. That's my kind of president. I heard him be interviewed 2 weeks ago. They asked him, Mr. President, do you think anybody might try to shoot the vice president? He said, oh, no. A bullet in Reagan is worth two in the bush. Talking about politics, you know, I don't know. On the news tonight, Omar Gaddafi is in the hospital. I know. So let's all hope and pray it's nothing too trivial. Omar Gaddafi of Libya. I like it when they say Omar Gaddafi of Libya. So you wouldn't confuse him with Omar Gaddafi of Brooklyn. But one thing I don't like about Ronald Reagan, he likes to tease us a lot in Bangladesh. Like every year, he sends thousands of boxes of vitamin tablets to Bangladesh. At the bottom it's marked, to be taken with meals. That's just as bad as sending after dinner mints to Ethiopia, you know. And I don't like some of the documentaries on television. They show you where people from all over the world starving. They show you all the ribs and everything, showing little kids starving to death. And they break into a commercial. Sizzlers, all you can eat. That's kind of rubbing it in a little bit too much, I think. That's just like having Stevie Wonder on 2020. See, let me get this out of the audio. I'm not used to microphones and all of that, so you're going to excuse me. See, in Bangladesh, anything that reaches this close to the mouth, we eat it. But I'm so happy I have a manager now. Yeah. My manager, he usually books me in all these little shitty places. This is why I'm so excited tonight, to be playing in a big shitty place. But he's such a good audience. I played in a club about a week ago. There was no microphone. Everybody was heckling all night. The guy in the back was shouting, I can't hear you. This guy up front got up and said, I can, you want to exchange seats? Heckle all night. Until the manager of the club finally got up and said, okay, it's either you shut up or get the fuck out of here. And he was talking to me. But I'm living in New York. I'm not living, I'm visiting New York. New York's such an exciting city, but too much virus. See, I had a very bad experience. I lived here before. My mom suffered a broken leg in New York, so I don't like to talk about it too much. What happened was, like my mom and I were walking down the streets, and these two guys tried to mug us. Luckily, I ran away. See, I'm younger than my mom. But it's my mom. After 2 weeks, she didn't come home. I went back to look for her, right? So these two guys trying to beat up my mom. I said, don't beat up my mom. So they asked me, how much money do you have? I said, well, all I have is $2. They said, well, if you don't give us the $2, we'll break your mom's leg. Yeah, so that's how her leg got broken. But luckily, they didn't have much more money. They could have killed her, you know. But I'm living in LA now. I said to myself, Los Angeles, LA. I said to myself, Jerry, you're living in LA. You might as well learn to speak a language. So I got enrolled in a Spanish course. Everything is written in Spanish there. All the streets like La Cienega, La Jolla. Even the police department, La PD. It's very embarrassing when people speak to me in Spanish. I don't know whether they're complimenting me or insulting me. I don't know what to say. Like about a week ago, I was in a men's room. A guy came up to me and said, "Hi, senors." I said, "Yeah, I senors too, you know." But I'm learning American expressions now. I couldn't believe some of the expressions you have here. I was sitting in a bar recently, having a drink. A guy sat just close to me and said, "Boy, I'd give my left nut for a drink." So I said to myself, now here's a guy who's restricted to a 2-drink minimum. Actually, he had 3 drinks, 2 scotch and soda and 1 dry sack. You know? These expressions, you know, a friend of mine is teaching me expressions now. He said the expression, "Do rabbits fuck?" means yes. Or I asked him, I said, "Do you play football?" He said, "Hey, do rabbits fuck?" I said, "Yes." He said, "Well, that means yes." I said, "Boy, what a waste of words here." Just like when guys go on a date and they come back, the friends ask them, "Well, did she put out?" What do girls ask each other? "Well, did he put in?" See, like, I was talking to this guy recently. Just today I learned a new expression. I called the owner of the club. I said, "What's it like out today?" He said, "Boy, it's hotter than shit." How do you dress for this? You see, now these expressions could get me into a lot of problems. I was in court recently as a character witness for a friend of mine who was caught shoplifting. And the judge said to me, "Do you know this guy? Is he a friend of yours?" I said, "Hey, do rabbits fuck?" You know? So my friend's in jail now. But I have a regular job. I work at the zoo, the LA Zoo, or the La Zoo, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, I'm in charge of cleaning up the birds' cages every morning, the birds' doo-doo. Yeah. See, I'm an animal lover. You know, well, you've got to start somewhere. My boss told me if I do well, he'll move me onto heavier responsibilities. Yes, the elephant section. I work here because I'm an animal lover, like cats and dogs. Any cat lovers here? Yeah, you have a cat? Yeah, what's a cat? Oh, you just love cats in somebody else's house. I have a cat. I have a beautiful cat, but all my friends have the cats in Hollywood. They name the cats showbiz names like Rocky, Grease, Rambo. So I didn't want to look too stupid, right? So I named my cat on Golden Pond. I have a beautiful cat. But last week, the doctor told my mom she's allergic to cat hair. Boy, you know how much it hurts me every morning when I have to get up and shave that cat, you know? Just what I need, a Hare Krishna cat. Which is good in a sense that when he gets lost, I know where to find him. At the airport. Anybody here hates cats? You see, sound like my next door neighbor. He just hates cats. One night he just ran over my cat with his truck. I said, "Come on, I realized it was dark, but couldn't you see the reflector color?" He said, "Yeah, that's how I got him." I said, "Do you just kill cats?" He said, "Yes." He said, "I hate cats, so I kill cats." I said, "I hate hemorrhoids. You don't see me with a big knife running around chopping off people's hemorrhoids." Any hemorrhoid sufferers here? Sure, of course, the guy's standing in the back here. You like that commercial where the woman comes out and says, "When my husband hemorrhoids flare up," oh. Sounds like a firecracker, doesn't it? Flare up. When do hemorrhoids flare up? You're having a glass of wine, something to eat, and then when you haven't got time for the pain, when do you have time for pain? You're at home one day, say, honey, it's just 8 o'clock. The show doesn't start until 9. We have an hour to kill. You want to bring a wrench and squeeze my balls here for a while? But I feel good. You know, don't choke on your, you drink and choke. The worst way to die is to drink and laugh and choke on your own vomit and die. Is that the worst way to die? Well, there's a worse way than that. You could choke on somebody else's vomit. No, but I feel good, yeah. Yeah. I was getting some chest pains. And you know the first thing that comes to your mind when you're getting chest pains, say, uh-oh, leprosy. Any lepers here? In the back, sure. Leprosy is a fun disease, isn't it? We make fun of leprosy back home. We sing songs like leprosy, I'm just half the man I used to be. Now I can't even stand up to pee. I had an uncle. He contracted leprosy. His arms fell off, his legs fell off. Luckily, they caught it in time. Well, I didn't know his arms fell off. He never wrote and told me anything, right? It was Christmas time. I didn't know what to say. So I'm there with no arms and no legs. So, well, uncle, you look trim. But at Christmas time, I didn't know what to buy for him. No arms, no legs. So I bought him a pair of cut-off jeans, right? But he has a good sense of humor. Yeah. He makes fun of himself. He said, look at me, I'm unique. No arms, no legs. I'm not even married, and I'm separated. He who laughs last is on Quaaludes. But he is home, he's alive and kicking, well not kicking, but I'm doing okay. You see, we make fun of, I had a lot of people hard of hearing. I had an uncle, he's going deaf now. So we can't afford a hearing aid, so we just stopped talking to him. But we make fun of, handicapped people and, dead people, mainly because they can't fight back. You see, I had an uncle, had a son, was born with no head. No, that's handicapped. No head. The doctor said, Mr. Bedknob, you have a beautiful son. He said, yeah, who does he look like? He said, well, he's got your shoulders. You see, I'll tell you, some handicapped people, some of them can be very rude. They think it's my fault that they're handicapped. I was shopping in the mall about a week ago. A guy in a wheelchair just came and ran over my foot for no reason. I said, why did you do that? He said, tough shit. So I'm no fool, right? I knew he had no feelings from his waist down, so I kicked him in his chest. But, I have a handicap which I'll talk about. Like some deaf people, they don't want to admit that's a handicap. You're deaf. I met this guy at a party, he was deaf. I said, so you're deaf? He said, yeah. I said, well, that's a handicap. He said, no. I said, yes, that's a handicap. You're deaf. He said, no, I can read lips. So I said, oh. So then he said, what's your name? I said, Jerry. But I have a handicap which I'll talk about. You see, I'm not like you guys, look macho and sexy and big. I'm not what you'd consider well endowed. Well, that's not funny. Does anybody here have a small pee-pee? Yeah. Okay, just me again, nobody. Said anybody last night we did a show, I said anybody have a small pee-pee? Black guy did that. And that wasn't his hand. I have a small pee-pee. I'm not ashamed. I'm not proud. I'm very sensitive about having a small pee-pee. This is why I never give out my phone number. I'm afraid somebody might ask, do you have an extension? Even when I go to parties, all my friends say, come on, Jerry, swing it. I can't even find it. This is why my doctors... Why, can't you find it here? This is why my manager told me, said, Jerry, to make it in this business, you're either going to be black or you're going to be Jewish. Well, it's too late to be black. He said, well, it's not too late to be Jewish. I guess, very embarrassing. Sent me to a doctor for circumcision. Doctor took one look at me, and he's not even Chinese. He said, you don't need a circumcision, you need a graft. He told me to pee. I said, pee, no bottle, nothing? He said, pee, I just want to see where it's coming from. Hey, thank you very much. You've been a real good audience. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you, Bob.
Jerry Bednar. I gotta tell you a little bit about myself. I'm from Sharon, Pennsylvania. I used to be a professional boxer. I used to box, and I grew up in a large family. I got 4 brothers and 3 sisters, and we actually ran out of names. We actually named the last kid after my father. We call him Dad. When I was in a movie called Night Patrol with Linda Blair and the Unknown Comic. Anyone see this film? Horrible film. To give you an idea how bad this film was, I went and see it at the theater the first day it came out. By the time I got home, it was on cable. He was talking about Jesse Jackson running for president. I was going to wonder if Jesse Jackson makes it. Who's going to be first lady? Michael Jackson? Mike Dukakis. You think about that. Dukakis. It sounds like you stepped in something. I stepped in Dukakis. Paul Simon. Who's going to vote with a guy with a bow tie? You know this guy got beat up in high school. You know he had his lunch money taken off him. How can you take a guy serious with a bow tie? He's talking about nuclear disarmament. You want to grab the bow tie and go, maybe I don't want to do that. So, folks, I'm not the sacrifice man up here, okay? Let it up. Little fresher up for you, huh? Little throw it in there for you. I'm just scared when she does this. If I do this at the same time, we're like going to hit each other's head or something, but that was great. I'm going to keep the show moving. I just want to say, you like my shirt? I just got this. Went shopping at Marshall's today. Ever go to Marshall's? They got damaged clothes. You go in there, the mannequin got one eye, got one arm, looks like this. Okay, this is great. Now, I just wonder, like, remember when you were younger, my dad used to say, if you don't shut up, we're going to, like, tape your mouth. I wonder what happens, like, do they tape your hands or something? What happens? I tape your hands? Can you move? Let's see you do it now.
Unfortunately for us, he's moved back to New York City to seek his fame and fortune, but I know we'll get him during pilot season. Show this joke, folks. The pilot season is when they lock the guns with the pilot. Never mind. Anyway, he's a marvelous comedian. He's adorable. You girls are going to take him home and hug him, but please wait till he finishes his show. Put your hands together and welcome Mr. Billy Burr. Here's Billy.
Hi, thank you. What's up, everybody? Great. Fucking stenographer over here? It's really freaking me out here. Okay, so let's get this show going, okay, people? We got momentum. Somehow we're gonna stir the comedy matter or something. All right, I don't know what he's doing. All right, I didn't do shit today. Shit. Shit. Oh, I get it. Like it's coming out of the ass. It's really disgusting. I say so shit. Alright, educational and a shit joke. Alright, I was watching that show, MTV Cribs today. You guys ever see that show? Yeah. Like they open and close, like almost like dice show. You look at idiot, they're trying to get like. There's like 20 people watching and like nobody helps out. And I was standing there like, wow, I think it's gonna cut his arm off. Nobody gives a shit, right? So the conductor starts giving the guy shit as he's stuck in the door. Well, come on, buddy, let's go! He's like, hold people up, let's go! So the yelling at me for? He's like, I'm stuck in the doors. Then he makes it racial. He's like, what, no white people ever got stuck in these doors? He goes, I bet he wouldn't say shit to these crack-ass motherfuckers over here. And it was like me and 3 other white dudes sitting there, and he just kept coming back to that point. He's arguing, he's going, I bet he wouldn't say shit to these crack-ass motherfuckers over here. And after like the 3rd or 4th, crack-ass motherfucker, we kind of start like looking at each other like, dude, should we like be getting offended at this point? This is getting ridiculous. I can literally feel the heat from his fingers. He's going, crack-ass motherfucker. Somebody should do something. But you know what? Nobody did shit. We just sat there and took it. That's what sucks about being white in that situation. There's no unity. There's no brothers when it comes to white people. White people, we are individuals. We do not give a shit about each other. We're like, hey, screw him. Better him than me. As long as I get where I'm going, I don't give a shit. It's unbelievable. I got called a cracker for like 18 stops. There was like 30 other white people on the train. They didn't even look up in their papers. They just left me hanging. They didn't give a shit. Probably giving the other dude the benefit of the doubt. Like, he probably came from a rough neighborhood. You know, he's having a bad day. Help you out. All right, I'm out of time. You guys are a lot of fun. Thank you very much. Back to Bud Friedman, everybody. Thank you very much.
Billy Burr, ladies and gentlemen. Billy Burr. Wow, I'm having a good time.
You know it wasn't me. You guys talking about me? What did you just say about me? I can hear. What did you say? I shut off the mic. No, I got it. Thanks. What did you say? Say it. Tell me. What are they saying? Tell me what they're saying. What are they saying? Tell me. Yes. I'm not going to stop until you tell me. Just make something up, for Christ's sakes. Just say, what? You recognize me from every fucking canceled show that's ever been on TV. That's what you recognize me for. Every canceled show. I'm telling you, you guys. I was on Last Comic Standing, it's canceled. I was on Tough Crowd with Colin Quinn all the time, it's canceled. This place, it's not going to be here next week. I'm like the official show wrecker. That's where you know me from. Come see my show, it's good. The evolution of a sexy motherfucker. That's me. Will you come? Stop talking about me. What are you saying now? What? Say it. You don't do well under pressure. You can't even talk under pressure. Energy's pulsating. My God! It's nice. You guys seem nice. You're just not gonna like harass me. Because being a female comedian, I gotta tell you, it's like going into hostile territory sometimes. Like last weekend, I walked on stage with 3 tables of guys. They are completely drunk out of their minds, passed out of one another. This is my audience. They're at a bachelor party. Where do the guys usually go for a bachelor party? To a strip club, right? Nope, these guys go to the comedy club. Then the club owner's like, I have a good idea. Let's put Sue on the stage like the sacrificial lamb. I walk on the stage, I don't even know my mouth. The guys are like this, boo! Show us your tits! Boo! And I was like, shoot, if I show them my tits, it'll move me even harder. But not tonight, because I have my period boobs, can you tell?
Sorry, we don't have microphones for everyone, but then everyone would have to get their own sign. You can imagine the expense and the confusion here that would be going on. It would just be hell. He was one of the stars of the long running and marvelous show Catskills on Broadway.
I know you did it all night, but clap for Bud Friedman again, everybody. Clap for Bud Friedman. And yes, I'm a black man. And you can see the black folks here. Black folks here. All right, we may quota. Good, good. So stay open. So anyway, so like as I relate to my people, what up, nigga? Don't say that. Don't you dare say that. Don't say that. Kid, it's comedy, relax. And like this is great too, because you can read what I'm saying. Papa subida praka bata shibarate, krabakana khamana kent put on my tie up shit. You spelled that wrong. You spelled that. I got blah, blah, blah. She gave up. But anyway, look at y'all. You get tired? You get tired? Really? Can you slur inside? Can you, like in your sign, you kind of like just drop off? Like you're doing right now? It's like a narcoleptic right now. I'm a married man. Here's a proof of purchase right here. Where the married people clap hands? Where the married people are? Let's see. All right, out of fairness, single people. Where are the single people? Where are you? The single people are happier than the married people.
What's going on?
Who's married?
Our next performer is a gentleman who's been here before. He is the sir, but he's only going to be on for 10 minutes. I mean, really. Thank you. He was the creator and the star of the show, ladies and gentlemen, a legend in his own mind. Please welcome Mr. Freddie Roman.
He's a headliner all over town. He is obviously a favorite with all the clubs around here. He is. We're very delighted and very happy to have with us the very wonderful talents, Mr. Mike Ivy. Please, tonight, welcome Mike Ivy.
Thank you very much, bud. Hi, folks.
Hi.
Oh, so I'm going to get you. This is good. I was worried because this is my third time working with her. So she knows all my moves. So if I'm not funny, it's her. The first time I was kind of worried because I didn't know how it worked, you know. I was waiting on how it was going, and then I'm looking at her. I don't know what she's saying, you know. What she could be like telling you, I hate this fucking guy, don't you? But I found out she wasn't like that. Nice to be here. I'm so glad that we finally settling down a little bit. The OJ thing, I'm going to tell you the truth. It was kind of hard to find information on it for a while, wasn't it? It was on every channel. It was on the Weather Channel. And now the temperature's about 5 the OJ Simpson here. Now the conditions from inside the cell where OJ Simpson is being held on suicide watch. What's suicide watch anyway? Is that like some guy looking in the cell? Do I still get paid if you don't do it? How about that chase? 43 miles an hour with people waving off the freeway. I know a damn parade when I see one, huh? You hear about this? Oh, this is weird. Heard about this 18-year-old kid up here in Westchester. He shot his own mother. He mistook her for a deer. Grazing in the backyard. His own mother, his own backyard. Now, it occurs to me if you start out with a story like this, you gotta stick with it. There had to be some moments at the police station trying to get to the bottom of this, and then they found out all they had was a kid who needed to spend some more time with his mother. When he's not with his mother, let's show him pictures of his mother. Okay, John, you know why we brought you down to the station? We're going to try to get to the bottom of this thing. Now, I'm going to go slow so you can follow me, John, okay? Now, over here, John, we have a picture of your mom. Remember her, nice lady, makes you breakfast. I just want to make sure, don't get upset. Now, John, this is a photograph of a deer. You notice any difference? That's right, stop fidgeting. We'll go over it again. Put your gun down. First of all, what was that lady doing grazing in the backyard? She had been grazing in the dining room like a normal person. This would have never happened. Yeah, later in that article it said, neighbors were shocked, but not surprised. Yeah, like they were waiting on something like this to happen. You know that boy was always playing with that gun, and that woman did look a lot like the other. It was just an accident waiting to happen. I am kind of upset with the way some things are going. No one is responsible for anything they do anymore. Nobody's responsible. I heard about this now. There's a guy in Washington State. He's been sentenced to execution for murdering 2 people. A fact that he does not deny. But his lawyer filed an appeal that he can't be executed because they were going to hang him. And he weighs 409 pounds. And the weight would probably decapitate him. So he's sitting in the cell eating junk food all day. When that box come in, I'm waiting on some Malamar. Isn't that sad? Maybe his body would pull his head off. Oh. Pick it up, put it in the box with the rest of it. Nobody's responsible. Went to the post office the other day. What is it with these people? What makes sorting and delivering mail make them want to shoot everybody they run into? You can't even get upset when they don't give you stamps no more. No, I'll wait. Yeah, go on break. Again. Go to lunch. Go to hell. I ain't losing. Matter of fact, if you give me that letter back, I think I'll take it to Chicago myself. Like, what's stressful about working at the post office? That's the easiest job in the world. All you gotta do is take mail out of one slot, put it in another slot, so another guy can throw it away. What the I mean, is there some guy back there going, 682L, 682L, every damn day, 682L. Good thing I brought that Uzi in my lunchbox. Somebody's gonna pay. You can't fire people no more, isn't that sad? What's happening in this country? Remember the old days? Someone didn't work out, you can let them go. Don't you fire nobody, people don't understand getting fired now. They show up on Friday at lunchtime. You just want to give them back to me. If I had only known, I think I would have handled your case a little differently. Yeah, if you're going to fire people now, you got to do it another way. Bob, we're going to have to let you go. And we'll send you a check every Friday. Is that okay? Stop coming around. You're scaring the hell out of everybody. Next worst thing is when one of these people go off. You have to go to their neighborhood and visit. Now that is the safe part. You got to go see what you missed. There had to be signs that this guy was going to go off and kill everybody. And then you go over there and you find out there's no signs. Only idiots live next door to mass murderers. This guy, they don't even have sense enough to move. It just happened right there. Staten Island the other day. This guy gets upset, kills his wife, and kills himself. Which reminds me, I told everybody in my family, if you're going to do this thing, kill yourself first. So this guy, they went to talk to the neighbors of this guy who murdered his wife and then killed himself. And this little teenage kid said, I had no idea that something like this could happen. Well, of course you didn't. Are you supposed to? And if you did, what would you do about it? Hello, police department? Yeah, I think this guy down the street is going to kill his wife and then kill himself. Mind your own damn business. They arrested a guy in New Jersey for murdering 6 women. And then they went to talk to his neighbors. It's the same people. They always say the same thing. Him? No. I am shocked. He was the nicest man. He was always playing with the kids around the neighborhood. We weren't noticing that there was less and less of them. Yeah, he was really quiet, and he seemed to be a hard worker. Yeah, well, killing 6 people can't be easy work. And they always say this guy, you know, is always alone. Well, not exactly. It's just that when anybody got close to him, he killed them. And it's always a nice guy. Even Jeffrey Dahmer was a nice guy. Jeffrey Dahmer, he would have to be to convince people to do what he was doing. He had to be a really nice guy. Get people to go home with him. What do you think he's going to be like? He's the nicest guy in the world. And it's always a quiet guy. Watch out for the quiet. Watch out for the quiet. Like, what do you expect? Mass murder, serial killer, is he gonna be on the corner tomorrow? Hey, guess what I'm gonna do tonight? It's a secret. That Jeffrey Dahmer thing, though, that took the cake. It took years for that to happen, and no one ever suspected. All those people going in that apartment, nobody coming out. What they think was going on up there? As soon as Dahmer went to jail, people's memories started to come back. Yeah, you know, we did kind of smell something. For a whole year, but just never told nobody. We thought he might have had dead animals in here. Did you just sit there on your record behind and didn't say nothing? People are these. Hey, I mean, you look like a fairly normal guy. If you lived next door to me, and I thought you had dead animals in your apartment, I'm telling you. You don't have to wait till you see me on TV again. Yeah, we used to hear snoring and screaming all the time. Like 3 in the morning. Hey, the leg. Hey, he's working on that table again. They spent $5 million on that case. $5 million. And guess what? Jeffrey Dahmer is sane. Jeffrey Dahmer is sane? Maybe I don't know what sanity is. But let's review. As I recall, they found heads in the refrigerator. That's a big sign where I come from. I've been in a lot of houses. I've found quite a few refrigerators. But if I open a refrigerator door and there's a human head in there, I'll go out on the limb. It's crazy, there's a damn head in the refrigerator. How much food do you need? John Wayne Bobbitt's in the news again. I almost feel sorry for him. I don't think he got the same cards we all got. John's a little, you know what he wants? He wants the knife that Loretta used on him. What the hell could he do with the knife? Maybe he just wants to see if it fits in that scar. I don't know. That's a scary case, you know, because she said it happened in a flash. Flash, just like that. God, that's scary, ain't it, fellas? I've been sleeping on my stomach for months. Flash! And I told my old lady, look, you get a flash like that, flash in the kitchen, break all the dishes. Yeah, Lorena said she did it because he wasn't good in bed. Talk about pressure. I know I've been trying a lot harder. Then she gets mad, throws it out of a moving car window. The height of disrespect. I don't want it. Nobody can have it. Can you imagine being one of those cops getting a call at 3:30 in the morning? You're sleeping and you get that call. Hello? Yeah, Bob, we got some work to do down on the highway. What, some kind of accident? No, we got to look for this guy's penis. Who the hell is this? That's when I would have started thinking, maybe I should have looked into another line of work. I'm not a bad guy, but I'm looking for another guy. Even if I found it, I don't think I can just bend down and pick it up. Maybe if I had a shovel, maybe. Well, it'd probably go more like this. No penis over here. I saw a dog running with something like that. Caribbean. You too? I was walking on the beach, and someone said to me, "Does the sun bother you people?" What kind of question is that? What do you think? Black people don't need the ozone layer up there? Nah, just roll that back and give me direct sunlight. Thank you, Lord. They ultraviolet my butt. Of course the sun bothers me. This is skin. This stuff ain't painted on me. Some of the weirdest looks I've ever gotten. I'm at the beach, putting on suntan lotion. I got people staring at me. They want to say something. They don't know what to say. What could they say that could get to me? Hey, what number sunblock you use? Hey, too late. One of my personal favorites. Hey, look, almost as dark as you. I love that one. I just want somebody to get a little surprised at the end of that one day. Hey, look, almost as... Ah! I was working on the cruise ships. Beautiful, beautiful cruise ships down in the Caribbean. You gotta go once. It's amazing. You know the scariest part? The first night, they take you up, they show you the lifeboats, they tell you how your cabin number corresponds with the lifeboat number, just in case. And I'm looking at this fool. This is a waste of time. I knew my lifeboat number when I got here. Number 1. First damn one I see. I don't need a whole lot of persuading. I don't come out there to drown. Could have did that in Brooklyn and got help. Hold him down a little longer. Well, you know what happens when these ships go down. Remember the Greek ship? The captain was the first guy off the ship. Yeah, he had a great line. He says, "Well, I felt that I could coordinate the rescue effort a lot better from shore." I don't care if they believe it or not. There's 2 seats in that helicopter. I'm in one of them. Yeah, like if that thing starts to sink, I'm going to be up there looking for boat number 9. Right now, they're all number 9. Ladies first, but hurry. And I know I'll get to the boat and there'll be some woman. Excuse me, you're not supposed to get in this boat. Boop. Hey, we got room for one more for you. I don't know, she decided to swim. Feel like I'm gonna get stuck at sea with her. How long before I hear? Didn't you already have your rations today? What killed you with an attitude? Did you hear about the guy who beat his wife over the head with a frozen squirrel? People always tell me that I made that up. I wish I had. I wish I could make up something like that. This guy beat his wife over the head with a frozen squirrel. And I know questions leap to mind, like, well, what do? Do you keep one in the freezer? Do you need it? Well, what kind of person would do this? I mean, I get mad at my girlfriend just like everybody else. Well, I mean, everybody else don't get mad at my girlfriend. Just the people who know. But I would never beat over the head with a frozen squirrel. I thought about it, but I realized, you know, after you hit her a couple of times, the squirrel starts to thaw out. No, it don't hurt nearly as much. To beat somebody over the head, use a hammer. You already made a commitment. Frozen squirrel. Bam, bam, bam. Now cook it. You want gravy? Get out of here before I get that chicken. Whoop your butt with everything in that freezer. I was pushing this baby around the mall in a stroller. People are fascinated by babies, right? They run all the way across the mall just to look in the stroller. They always say the same thing. Oh, a baby. Of course it's a baby. What do you think? I'm smuggling watermelon in this store? It's so cute. Of course it's cute. If it's not, are you gonna say? Every baby's cute. You're not gonna look. Woo! What happened to that kid? Hey, thank God it's not twins, huh? It was a little white baby. I don't think it was a surprise to the parents, because they were white, and I'm sure they were expecting a white baby. But to everybody else, this was making their day. They would look at that baby, then they would stare at me, like, what's wrong with this bitch? I'm having a day where I have to answer to people I don't even know, and nothing I hate more than that. They look at the baby, they stare at me, I don't know, she said it was mine, you think she's lying? They look at the baby, they stare at me. I don't know, they were having a white sale.
Everybody step out and speak up. Thanks, bud! Give it up for Bud, y'all! Come on over here! Y'all can't hear, right? What's up, sugar fingers? I missed you from last night. Y'all don't even know what the joke is. That's my buddy, Sugar Fingers. With his girl's occupation, stenographer. Yeah. Good little gay job. What's up, all you business suits up in there, being stuffy? Huh? What's going on, everyday civilians? Huh? White guy? Huh? Judge me? What's going on? I'm sure you're Arab. Are you Arab? What? I'm watching your PR, my man, so, but, yo, I hope you can hear that. Is she reading? Oh, this stinks. So, how are you? Yeah, good to see you. All right. How are you, sir? The first man ever? Are you okay? Are you by yourself? Not you, the only guy. Is that your father? And you got a hearing aid. You got the new shit, the fucking Microsoft shit. You got the hearing aid that's on his head. You got a head aid and everything else, huh? It's a coca lamp? You still talking so Jewish? This is like it's a coca lamp. This. All right, everybody, loosen the fuck up. Take the corks out your assholes, please. Oh, y'all stink. And you got one too? This really is a deaf crowd. It matches your shirt. You got this high hearing aids. Come on, people. You know who's not laughing? The motherfuckers who can hear, because they think they got to have a pole in their ass for the people who can't. He's having a good time with his awful sweater. He couldn't even hear me say that. This guy, he invented deafness. Sir, was Thomas Edison a nice man? Hello. On in there, fucking vaudeville. Jesus Christ, sir. Oh my God. Thank you, miss. Let it out, man. Let it out with your Martha Stewart blouse. Miss, who wears those blouses? Did you make that yourself? Did you learn that from Rosie O'Donnell's magazine? How to get an awful blouse? Oh shit. All right. Here we go. Goddamn politically correct white people as far as the eye can see. It's a damn shame, isn't it? Can't have fun. People with the hearing aids have fun. She said, hey, I got one. It matches my sweater. She don't give a fuck. She doesn't give a fuck. She's having a good time. You know who's not laughing? All the horse shit goddamn people who pay $12,000 and they can't laugh. You dummies and shit went to a concert. Oh shit. See, that's right. Yeah, they gave it a high five. Yep, that's right. Yeah, there you go. Fantastic. I love it. Nice and stuck up white lady that doesn't laugh at shit. Yeah. It's one of those sad white women that just everything is. Oh, that's what sucks working. Oh, work. You work with her, sir? No? Thank God, right? Is that your woman? Oh, that's the hearing too? Jesus Christ, you got big ears. You must got the Cadillac model, motherfucker. Holy shit, you need megaphones in there. Fuck the hearing aids. You need. Oh, Jesus, deaf people can't have big ass ears and we can hear you laugh. Oh, jeez, everybody can make fun of themselves. I'm a fat motherfucker. Y'all look at me and say he's a fat motherfucker or a big motherfucker. Which one? Fat? Fuck you. Bitch, you said fat. She just did that just to be mean. I'm not talk show fat. I'm not the kind of fat where, you know, you just can't move. You see Jerry Springer had the 1,000-pound man on? Jerry Springer had the 1,000-pound man on? I'm 300 pounds, right? And so that means this motherfucker was 3 of me and another motherfucker with pneumonia. And he was just... Hurry up! With pneumonia. That means another... Right? So he's 1,000, and he's just like breathing. That was his job, just, you know, and people in the audience crying, like, you know, miss, you know.
All right, well, it's nice being here. I gotta tell you, New York City definitely got the best bums in the world, don't they? This bum come up to me today, goes, "Hey, buddy, you got an extra quarter?" I said, "I ain't got no money." He looks me right in the eye and says, "Well, get a job." Who, me? So I robbed him. Because New York gives you an attitude. People in New York love to stand in line, don't they? I'll tell you what to do. Go down Wall Street, get 5 people, stand behind each other. An hour later, you have 200 people standing in line going, "What's going on up there?" Because New Yorkers are hyper. They love to stand in line. You know when New Yorkers are most relaxed? When they're at amusement parks, they're standing in line. And you can always tell the New Yorkers they're standing in line reading the newspaper, you know. But the worst thing to do in New York City is fall asleep on the subways. I fell asleep. I woke up. This guy had his hand in my pocket. I said, "What the hell do you think you're doing?" He says, "I want to see if you had change for $1." I told him to leave it. It felt good. I gave him $1.50. It's always nice performing where people are eating. They laugh. It looks like they're throwing up. It's really nice. Folks, I don't need this pressure. I'm a roofer during the day. I want to let you know that. So, I live in New York. I'm originally from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, is where I grew up. Anyone know the Pittsburgh area? All right, good. I got a ride home. Right outside of Pittsburgh is a town called Mars, Pennsylvania. Am I right?
Right.
Right next to Mars is Moon, Pennsylvania. Now think about it. You're from Mars, Pennsylvania. How do you live this down? I mean, you're driving down to Florida. You're going through Georgia. You get pulled up by that big state trooper for speed. It's like, "Roll that window, boy. You were speeding. Where you from?" "I'm from Mars." "I swear to God, it's right next to the moon. You're coming down with me." Try to press Pittsburgh. They're all laid off from the steel mills. They don't like Reagan. I like Reagan. I like what Reagan said a few months ago. Reagan said since Grenada was a big success, he's thinking of taking over Gilligan's Island next. See, I got a solution to the nuclear problem in this world. No more arms talk. Let's just put Gorbachev and Reagan in and Reagan have them fight. Whoever wins gets to keep the nuclear weapons. We wouldn't lose. First of all, Gorbachev would never be able to hit Reagan in his head because he always moved. It's like, "Well, you missed me again, Gorby." You ever see Reagan on television when he's under that helicopter? His hair's perfect, but his neck's flapping. Because only in America. Well, let's skip that. How are you? You know, you look great since the last time we did this. I gotta tell you something. Do you have a boyfriend? Have you ever been tied up? I like to check, folks. I want to know who I'm working with here. That's all. Another Beirut. Now, they just got another American in Beirut. Who'd want to live in Beirut, Lebanon? This got to be a tough place to be a real estate agent. I'd like to show you this 2-bedroom apartment over here. Let me show you the one across the street. Because see, folks, only in America can someone get away with shooting the president. Hinckley shot the president. He says he's insane. Now Hinckley feels remorse for trying to shoot the president. He tried to commit suicide twice. Do you remember this? The man's having trouble killing things. Hinckley wouldn't be a good hunter. Can you see Hinckley in the wood? Deer walking past him going... The deer got little pictures of Jodie Foster hanging from her neck. We dated Jodie Foster. Love those shoes. Anyways, I just bought a VCR. Anyone got a VCR here? Come on, folks, you got to give me some energy. I just bought a VCR. Remember VA, Video Anonymous? Remember you bought your machine the first day, you went and read it like 10 tapes? It was like 6 in the morning, the last tape ends, you start getting the shakes. Start calling stores up, are you open? Start calling friends up, do you got any? Bambi, bring it over. Because that remote control gives you power. How many times have you been sitting home alone? Isn't it nice sitting home alone watching TV, you get that TV going. You don't even care what you watch, you want to get a rhythm going. Someone comes in, they won't shut up. Don't you wish you just put them on mute? That remote control makes you lazy. You ever been sitting there, you lose remote control, you'll look for it, but you won't get up to change the goddamn TV. Where's that remote control? It's somewhere around here. Get up and change the TV. You ever lose your remote control for a month? It's like losing your dog. I lost my remote control. I don't think the TV will work without it. Then you find it 6 months later stuck in a couch with an old comb and change that always got food stuck to it for some reason. Is that true? You could go to Atlantic City, lose $10,000, you find 20 cents in the couch, you're happy. I found 20 cents. Yeah, but you lost 10 grand. Well, I've been looking for that 20 cents for a long time. You see that food stain? 2 years ago, right there. I just got hit by a truck. And if I hear you look like it, I'm going to come down and smack somebody. Ooh. Does that sound good to you, huh? Oh. Geez, we got some kinky people here tonight. What's your name? Kathy, where are you from? California. You flew in for this?
About 10 years ago.
About 10 years ago. It's kind of like premature ejaculation, kind of like, yeah. A little bit, yeah, kind of. It's a nice dress. Someone's losing a curtain somewhere. It looks nice. No, it's nice. And what's your, what type of work you do? Oh, really? That's good. That's good. So, that's nice. Anyways, now, let me just share a story with you. I got hit by this 18-wheel semi-truck. I'm going out of I live in Staten Island, New Jersey. I mean, Staten Island, How did you stop that? Did you rewind it? I live in Staten Island, New York, because I like the smell of Bayonne, you know? And I'm going down to Sandy Hook, New Jersey. This 18-wheel truck come along, hit me in the back of my car. Bam! Knocked me in a guardrail. I'm spinning in front of this truck, and I see my life pass in front of me. You start apologizing for all those things you did wrong, like, I apologize for stealing that UNICEF money in 4th grade, you know. And I'm in the car, folks, and I'm spinning. And I had my friend in the car who was an attorney, and he's going, 10,000, 20,000, 30,000, 40,000. This trucker hit and ran, he goes, 150,000. We finally stopped. I thought I was dead. My cat come up underneath the seat and goes, 8 more left. Because don't some of these truck drivers think they own the road, don't they? Don't they? Yeah, they try to intimidate us all the time. These coffee-drinking, belly-hanging, redneck mother truckers. You know what I'm saying here? Oh, you got it, huh? I talk quick, folks. I wondered, do you sign quick if you're from New York? Do you sign quick? I can imagine, like, California's like, dude, do you like want to go surfing? I hate when she's funnier than me, folks. I don't need this pressure, you understand? So this 18-wheel truck hits me. Now, first of all, let me tell you something. Is this true? I want you back. Is there any truckers here? First of all. I like to... Are you serious? Oh, God. I'm going to be going home. There he is. Do you drive 18-wheel, seriously?
Got it.
Okay, you drive 18-wheel semi-truck. Now, folks, I want you to back me up on this. Please back me up on this. Tell me this is not true. You ever notice when you're going up a hill and you're going behind a semi-truck, you got to go 10 miles an hour? Or when you're going down the hill and the truck's behind you, you got to have a jet in your car.
I love it.
Sir, let me finish, okay? Here's another one. You ever notice when you're going downhill, you're on a 4-lane freeway, it turns into 1 lane because of construction. You can't move over, right? And you're going down that hill, and you see that trucker coming. It's at night, it's foggy, it's raining. You got your wipers on. You look at that rear view mirror, and you see that trucker coming. You stiffen up. Now, you know he's on your butt now because you can feel the heat from his engine. And those lights are so bright, they hit the mirror, hit you in the eye. Even Stevie Wonder's going, whoa, turn those off. You know what they do to make you hurry up? They get right on your butt and give you the bright. I got a tan on the back of my neck now. You ever been in a small car when these truckers come whipping by you 210 miles an hour, you get that wind that pushes you over? You're on two wheels? This worked to my advantage because this trucker come by so fast, he sucked the dents right out of my car. I'm killing, huh? Oh, I'm on a roll, yeah. I should be beef. You know something? You're looking great. Anyways, I gotta get back to the show. So listen, I want to bring up the first act. That's a small portion. I'm going to be hosting this thing for you tonight. Did you like what I did?